It's been 8 months since I've last gone home, so this weekend I thought I'd change that. But before I start packing, there are some things that I need to do. Things like emptying out my fridge, which is something I feel only people who live alone can relate to. But I would say it was all strategically planned. Like 2 days before leaving, I started strategically planning out the things I would need so that I would have just enough food to survive the time till I have to go home. Yeah, and the second thing that I need to do is to take out the trash. And now since that's done, it's time to start packing. I wish there was some magical way where I could just much better. I feel like the contents of what I pack every time I go home is more or less the same. It's basically just clothes, books and my laptop. But for some reason, the books keep getting heavier and heavier. In foundation, it was not that heavy. In inter, it got slightly heavier. And for CA final, it's like these thick, fat textbooks. Yeah. And as we are on the topic of CA, a quick word from our sponsors, Unacademy. I feel like by this point, you have already heard about Unacademy, which is India's largest learning platform. Like myself, a lot of you who are also watching are also pursuing CA. So I want to talk about a batch which they have come out with for CA foundation students, which will help you prepare for the exam in May 2022. And as of right now, you probably have around 7 months to prepare before the exam. The combination of the time that you have along with the expertise of the faculty who are the leading educators of the country will leave you in a good position so that you can clear the CA foundation exam. With Unacademy, you can attend live classes and have the classroom experience from home. So if that appeals to you, do click the first link in the description box below, and on your purchase, if you use the code Vivek45, you will get a flat 10% discount on your purchase. Another thing which I almost forgot are these masala powders, which my mom asked me to bring. And I don't think she'll let me in the house if I don't go there with these. So yeah, I'm ready. And my bags are also packed. And the time right now is 8:15 and the Uber is on its way. Or at least I thought I was. But guess what? The Uber driver, he cancelled on me at the last minute. I had to reach the bus stop by 8:40 and the time was already 8:30, which meant I had 10 minutes to get to the bus stop. So I quickly booked a Rapido, and thank God that he came immediately. And as soon as he came, I explained the entire situation on how we needed to get to the bus stop as soon as possible. And I don't know how, but more or less all the signals that day were green. Kinda like God was like, "Ja beta ja, milne apne mummy papa se." I made it on time and thank God for that. I don't know what I would have done otherwise. Thank you God. Got in the bus to Kochi. I got off in the outskirts of Kochi in a place called Alua. And I thought I'd do this super smart thing where I'll get off in the outskirts and I can take the metro directly home so that I could avoid all the traffic that the bus was going to go through, so that I could meet my family as soon as possible. But it turns out that the metro was closed. After a while of just being lost and not knowing what to do, I asked a few people who pointed me in the right direction, found the local bus stop, and 1 hour later, I was finally home. Compared to if I would have just sat in the AC bus, I would have gotten home much sooner. But hey, either ways, I got home. Every time I get home, I naturally do feel more relaxed by spending time with my family. And also, food. Also Konkani food, which I don't get anywhere else. During the weekend, I visited both my grandparents. One grandmom lives in an apartment in the heart of the city in Kochi. But on the second day, we drove away from the city. We were on our way to visit my other grandmom, who lives 40 kilometers away from the city, where everything is just calmer and everything is closer to nature.
തേടുവതും രാഗമ ദേവനും അനുരാഗിയാമംബലഭാവേ.
And it's also kind of like house on one side and forest on the other. And that side is more or less completely a forest. I have really nice memories there because ever since I was a kid, every summer vacation we used to go there. And the other thing is that I've always lived and grown up in a city. So going to a place where there's just so much nature, everything is just calm and quiet, and people are living a simple life where technology has not taken over and everything is nicer, everything is slower, everything is calmer. I also feel like a part of the reason why I like nature so much can be attributed to that. Comment down below on your best memories from summer vacations, and it's something that I would honestly like to read. And while you're at it, also do make sure you hit that subscribe button in order to become a part of the community. This time we also went on a boat ride, which was my first time. And honestly, it was a really nice and a really fun experience. The next morning, which was my last day there, we woke up early in the morning to go for a swim. Not in a swimming pool, but a lake. And since the water is flowing, the water is just really cool and really refreshing, like way better than any swimming pool that I've ever been to. And before I knew it, my mini holiday had come to an end, where I had to pack my bags and say my goodbyes, get back on the bus, get back to Bangalore, get back to routine, and get back to the grind. But before I end the video, there is a last segment which I want to talk about, which is how I stayed accountable to myself though I was on a mini holiday. I know it looks like I ate a lot, which I kinda did, but there are a few things which I did in order to stay on track. The first thing that I stuck to religiously was meal timings. I stuck to 3 meals a day, which was breakfast, lunch and dinner. Breakfast at 8, lunch at 1 and dinner by around 8:30. And no snacking in between, no eating junk. So just 3 meals a day. The second thing that I did was loading up on the veggies, where I ate and let myself eat as many vegetables as possible, because there would always be some vegetable or sabzi that my mom prepared. So I would just load that up and eat it along with the protein like the chicken curry or the fish. So even when I was eating appam and chicken curry, I just stuck to 2 appams and I ate more of the chicken curry. And the third thing that I did was I put all those calories to good use, whether that be it a workout in the apartment gym in my grandmom's place, or whether that be it a home workout with a couple of the dumbbells which I had in my other grandmom's place. I genuinely feel like I have a way better day when it is structured in terms of timings. So I still try to stick to my routine, where I would still wake up by around 5:30, play the music really loudly and my parents definitely got disturbed by that. But I studied also, and yeah, I wouldn't say that I did anything which I wouldn't do over here. But at the same time, I definitely did like really have fun and spend time with my family and all that. So in a day when I work out and I also study, I can literally spend guilt-free time with my family, and that is the most enjoyable way to do it, at least in my opinion. That's it for now, and if you have made it till the end, I have a reward for you. Yep, that's it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.